10 Most Intense Animal Mating Rituals Part 2. You liked the first part, so here we are with Part 2 of Intense Animal Mating Rituals. Have you heard of the craziest one yet? Female octopuses sometimes strangle their mates. In the animal kingdom, the females have the most extreme mating behaviors. Sometimes they even eat their mates while at it. Now this is pretty intense. From changing their sex to sacrificing their lives for the next generation, here are 10 animals with the wildest mating strategies you've ever seen. 1. Mites. Starting with mites. In a totally bizarre mating ceremony, spider mites undress their females before getting down into business. Yep, you heard right. They actually skin their maturing females alive, stripping off their skin. Now this is very creepy, isn't it? Here's probably the most disgusting love match in the animal kingdom. It's a tall order. Number 2, giraffes. Giraffes usually taste a lot of urine before they mate, and in their defense, it's not their fault. They don't actually have a rigidly set mating season. They have an estrus cycle, a reproductive pattern in female mammals to show signs of fertility only when they can conceive. Unlike humans who have menstrual cycles regardless of fertility, the estrus cycle is very similar to the human menstrual cycle. Just less blood and, of course, different hormones. So the magic answer is pee. The male giraffe gives her a nudge called gentle whacking. When she starts peeing, he tastes it and notices the right hormones, and then the stage is set. He just needs to follow her everywhere for the next few days, licking her hind legs and trying to climb over with her impressive erection. Eventually, she'll let him mount her, and the rest, they say, is history. Mating makes even the cutest animal vile. Next on our list is 3. Otters. Everyone thinks of otters as the cutest animals ever until you see them mating. That idea in your head is shattered. To put it simply, sea otters are plain mean when it comes to matters of reproduction. These pups get very aggressive while mating, biting and grabbing their female mate roughly. They struggle in the water, spinning and spinning until the ritual is over. By the time the male pup lets go, the female is weary from the deep cuts, gouges, and trauma. In extreme cases, she might even drown afterwards. Male pups are utterly merciless, but not half as mean as female praying mantises. 4. Praying mantis. Male praying mantises put their head on the line for the next generation, quite literally. They're drawn in by the female pheromones, and soon enough, the copulation begins. For those of us who don't know, pheromones are chemicals released by female praying mantises to attract potential male mates, letting them know they're on the market and ready to mate. The only problem is the female could get hungry midway and might feed on the closest thing within her reach, which, unfortunately, is the male's head. But oh well, on the brighter side, this romantic cannibalism has some benefits. It's not all gory. It increases fertilization because the inhibitor is in the male's head, and since the head is gone, more eggs for the female. Oh, and no need to worry about the copulation. His body can continue copulating. That's doing the drill, but just without a head. According to research, about 60% of the female praying mantis's diet is her male stallion. But hey, she doesn't always feel so pesky. Only 13% to 28% of mating encounters are deadly. Still, the praying mantis mating ritual is a dangerous dance between the mate or the buffet. 5. Lovebirds. If you didn't know, lovebirds exist. They're cute, colorful parrots, but their mating ritual is pretty similar to how that couple you dislike the most acts. They literally glue to each other, preening and chirping. They do everything together, from building nests to building a family. They even feed each other, taking turns regurgitating, bringing it up from their stomachs into each other's mouths. Ugh. But you have to allow them, because if you separate these hopeless romantics, they'll die of a broken heart. Now let's move from just weird to the ones that keep us awake at night. 6. Banana slugs. The romantic escapades of banana slugs are unbelievably unusual. You'll probably never see redwood forests the same way again. Now, if you've never seen them up close, you'll be surprised to hear that the Pacific banana slugs are the second longest slugs in the universe. Yet these guys can't move faster than 6.5 inches per minute. Just how the longing to snuggle with the significant other is at its peak during the winters for us humans. During winter, they move across the forest grounds to find their special slug, the one to make adorable slug babies. During the mating ritual, banana slugs have a love-at-first-bite situation going on for them. They bite and smack themselves with their tails before they finally become one. They spend several hours swapping sperm, but it pays off when both slugs become pregnant. Fun fact, these guys have one of the largest penis-to-body ratios on the planet. Whoa! In unfortunate situations, when they have their genitals in a twist, they chew on each other's penis. Talk about intense mating ritual. Well, at least they only chew off their private parts. Next on our list is a tiny mammal that has so much sex that it disintegrates. Number 7. Marsupial mice. These guys have a martyrical love story. The appropriate word for this is semilparity, from a Latin word that means to beget once. From salmon to mayflies, semiparous animals like the marsupial mice are animals that see sex only once in their lifetime. They're here for a good time, but not for a long time. Marsupials never look forward to puberty because sexual maturity causes their testes to disintegrate. They shut down sperm production and put all that accumulated sperm to good use in a speed mating rage with every and any female they find. A copulation session can last for as long as 14 hours. These guys undergo what we call suicidal reproduction. They quite literally mate themselves to death. Now, these guys aren't the only males that die for the continuation of their species. Here's another underwater species that does the same but spiced up with a lot of drama. Number 8. Clownfish. In an interesting turn, male clownfish don't fight to get the girl, they fight to be the girl. All clownfish are male at birth, and they spend most of their lifetime fighting their way up the hierarchical ladder based on their size and level of aggression. Guess boys will always be boys. Sex changes are a pretty long process for us humans, and it comes with a lot of drama, societal, and scientific complexity. But for clownfish, all it takes is one decision and a few weeks. The surviving champion gets a special prize when he reaches the top. They become the only female in the school of fish, and they have an intimate romantic escapade with the second baddest male around. It's that simple. Find it shocking? Well, here's another animal species that sacrifices more than their gender, but an entire generation, quite literally, to produce a new one. Number 9. Bees. When a drone gets to mount the queen, it's usually a one-shot deal. The queen starts out on a flight and asks the drone, "Will you be my ride and die?" He takes on the challenge by climbing over her mid-flight. Unfortunately, the poor guy ejaculates too forcefully, so his endophallus explodes while the bulb remains trapped within the queen. It paralyzes him and flips him over, ripping his abdomen apart. Of course, death is the end, but the queen holds on to his parting gift, his precious semen, and she never forgets. At least he died doing what he loves, I guess. Long live the queen! All right, next we'll be talking about something fishy that happens thousands of feet under the surface of the North Atlantic Ocean. 10. Anglerfish. Think you have a clingy boyfriend? Wait until you meet the male anglerfish. Although about 10 times smaller than his female mate, their love is pretty parasitic. They track down females in the dark ocean, hunting for a special chemical female release with their big, sensitive eyes and nostrils. If you were hoping for a dreamy romance, you can look away now. Once he finds her, he fastens himself to her with one bite, merging their circulatory systems and other tissues. He sacrifices his eyes, teeth, fins, and even his internal organs, making him nothing but a built-in sperm bank, a useless appendage, all for love. We can all agree that even the most romantic human show of affection isn't as over the top as these species in the animal kingdom. Which of these mating rituals did you think was totally outrageous or extreme? Tell us in the comments section below, and make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons for more fun info like this.